Do do da do do. Ba ba dun dun dun. So loud. All right. Looks like we are going to be good to start. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to none other. Are we done yelling up there? I'm trying to freaking record. Frick. Why is everyone got to be loud? Anyways, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, once again to Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. So, my friends, this has been a crazy adventure so far, and it shows no sign of anything crazy just yet. But I expect this episode to be incredibly dark. So, just like with the rest of the episodes, I will go ahead and put a trigger warning. First two episodes were pretty tame, we'll say. And that's the nice way to put it. But today, it's almost time for the festival. I'd like to create a banner. Boss, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for coming on and chilling with us. I hope you're having a wonderful day. My freaking controller has decided it doesn't want to be controller. That's why I wanted to ask you to buy the paint tablets. Oh, that's right. One of the items Yuri had asked me to buy was a kit of watercolor paint tablets. I need about 6 cups of water to put each of the tablets in. Do you mind fetching those for us? Of course not. 6 cups of water, I'll be right back in a minute. Thank you very much. And just a little bit of water is okay. If you fill the cups too much, it will be too diluted. Taking Yuri's advice, I decided to use the small plastic bathroom cups rather than full-size glasses. Put them on a plate to catch any paint that drips. Then bring it back into my room. Yuri? Yeah? I come in to see Yuri quickly unrolling her sleeve, pulling it back from over her arm. Your face is a little red. Is it too hot in here or anything? No, not at all. There's nothing wrong, so let me mix the paint. Yuri hurriedly dismisses me and takes it upon herself to unwrap the tablets, dropping them into the cups. So, I thought we would do something simple that looks very nice. I'd like to paint a gradient across the banner, starting with the colors for sunrise, then daytime, then sunset, and nighttime. Beautiful. Once it dries, I'll write an inspirational quote across the banner. You can hang it on the wall behind the podium at the front of the classroom. Ooh. Neato. What are you gonna write? Well, it will be more fun to surprise you. Your call. After rolling out the banner, Yuri and I kneel on the opposite side so we don't get in the way of each other. Yuri uses a brush and adds a few dots of different colors across the banner to serve as a color guide when we paint. It kind of reminds me of elementary school. Painting on a banner with watercolors feels a lot like the art class projects we had back then. It's relaxing. Sorry if it feels too childish. No, I didn't mean that at all. It's just kind of fun, you know? It is fun. I'm glad you feel that way too. Yuri stopped painting for a moment, thinking to herself, for me, I don't need to go out and do crazy things to have fun. In fact, I usually don't even want to. I just like it when I can spend time with one other person. Even if it's something simple like reading, it doesn't even matter if we don't talk much. Just having a friend next to me makes things feel a little nicer. I think that's all it takes for me to be happy. That's so. Even if Yuri and I are quite different, I can understand where he comes from. I feel that way about things like anime and games, where simply sharing the experience with someone can make me happy. I think I feel the same way. Yuri smiles gently. I knew you'd understand. Yuri leans over the banner to grab an unused paintbrush, but I move at the same time, causing my head to bump into hers. Oh my goodness. Yuri reels back and I quickly lift my hands in surprise. Are you hurt? Just startled me, that's all. Sorry, I should have asked for you to get it for me. Your face. There are droplets of paint on Yuri's face and neck. Yeah, I accidentally got paint on you. Sorry, it's totally my fault. I'll get a towel right away. Oh my gosh, this game today, guys. Here. I pat down Yuri's face and neck with the towel. Something wrong? It's hot. I just didn't expect it. Sorry, I didn't want to use cold water. Having finished, I started to retract my hand, but Yuri suddenly holds my wrist. Wait. For a little longer. Feels really nice. She looks into my eyes. It's an intense expression that I recognize from when she reads her books. Emerald, how you doing, honey? Thank you so much for coming on by. Almost as if she's lost in a daze, enveloped by her own thoughts. She breathes gently, half through slightly parted lips. What is happening? Is the aroma of the jasmine oil giving me this Disney feeling? Yuri's gentle fingers wrapped around my wrist, sending a tingling sensation through my arm. And suddenly her face seems to be much closer to mine than it was just a moment ago. Oh, thank you. I love your hair a lot. Yuri slowly pulls away. Sorry, been feeling a little lightheaded today. Didn't mean to space out. The moment is over as soon as it began. Yuri picks up her brush again, but her movement seems clumsier, as if she's unable to focus. I remain silent, forced to ignore the event that just transpired. If this controller doesn't stop sucking so much, what is making it do that? I hesitantly... You know what? Done with this controller. Be done. That should do it. I finished filling the night sky with white dots that look like stars. Looking at the banner as a whole, it's very pretty and natural looking. I think it came out better than I expected. I'm really happy with the results. Me too. Are you going to add the lettering now? Not yet. Needs to dry first. That's true, but won't that take a while? Well, perhaps it would be best to leave it here than have you bring it in the morning. Can do the lettering in the classroom. Is that okay? Totally fine. Wonderful. In that case, I don't think there's anything more for us to do here. Sorry, guys. You say that like you're glad it's over. Was I wrong to assume that you're at least enjoying yourself a little bit? It's not that. Just glad that we managed to get everything done. I see. I am too. I was a little concerned about time. I need to start making dinner soon. Ah, so you don't have any time left? Well, Yuri thinks to herself. I think it would be too irresponsible of me to wait much longer. I'm sorry. I was hoping there would be more time as well. Probably my fault. Sorry for being such a slow worker. Not your fault. The important thing is that we got everything done, right? Yeah. So, I shouldn't be disappointed or anything. Gathering all her things, Yuri seems to look a little downcast. I understand why. It sounds like she rarely gets the opportunity to spend time with a friend in a relaxed environment. That doesn't mean this is the last time it can happen. Once Yuri packs up, I walk her out the front door. Thank you very much for having me today. No problem, I was glad I was able to help. Just let me know if there's anything else you need me to bring tomorrow. I will. Well then. Yuri fidgets. Guess I'll see you tomorrow. Wait. About today. It's fine that we didn't have as much time as we wanted, so we can do this again. Whenever you want, you can come over, we can go out somewhere. I forgot you don't like going out much. As I stumble over my words, Yuri simply smiles bashfully. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say, so... You're very thoughtful, John. Yuri takes a step closer to me, then briefly squeezes my hand. Kinda like that about you. Excuse me, you're a little close there, lady. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? I don't even get a chance to, as Yuri suddenly pulls back. Sayori? Hi, John. Just no, we weren't. It's okay. I just stopped by to say hi. Nice to see you. Sorry, but I'm already on my way to leave. Oh, really? That's too bad. I'm sorry. But we'll all be together at the festival tomorrow, so that's fine, right? Of course. Sayori beams. Yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow. Oh. Sayori waves goodbye after. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today. I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me. So I had to come here and see it for myself. See what? What are you talking about? You know, how much fun you were having with Yuri. How close you got to her. Makes me feel really happy. You made such good friends. That's all that matters to me. Tears start to fall down Sayori's face. That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, John? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting? It hurts so much. Sayori, please don't do that. Don't do that, bro. Come on now. This would be so much better if I could just disappear. Don't say it. Oh, come on. It's true. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just... I said before was true. So no, I'm not going to let this continue. Hearing about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. Something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any. But put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her. Scared, John. Really scared. I'm scared of Sayori. Scared that they might like you more than you like me. It's true, isn't it? Last weekend started to like you too much. I did this to myself, John. I like you so much that I want to. That's how I feel. I want you to hurt anyone. Do you remember how I said I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now. So I'm going to give to you. Sayori. Don't do that. That's not fair. That's not fair. No. No, no, no. Bullshit. What am I gonna say? Oh my god. Ugh. Don't. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Love that you're. Should know where you could like me. I like you. Should have realized it sooner, but spending time with everyone at the club, making new friends, and having fun with you every day helped me realize that you are truly the most important person to me. So, accept any of your burden. As long as we continue like this every day with you by my side, then I know we'll both be happy. John. Suddenly, Sayori wraps her arms tight around me. John, is this really okay? You'll never have to let go of me again. I want to be with you forever. Me too. What is this? I'm supposed to be happy right now. I just thought this would be the happiest moment for me. Even now, I want the rain clouds go away. They're not going away at all, John. It's okay, Sayori. Might take some time for things to get better again. But no matter how long it takes, I'll be there every step of the way. That's all that matters right now. Okay. Trust you. Sayori and I slowly release each other. So, Guess that makes the festival tomorrow our first date, huh? What are you saying? I don't want to think about those things, you know? Everything to be the same as it's always been, even if we really are a couple. I don't know if I can handle anything more right now. It's really new and scary. We'll go at whatever pace suits you best. Hey, John, even if I get really, really sad, this is the best thing for me. I don't really understand what Sayori means by that. Are you saying that this is making you feel sad? I don't know. I don't understand what I'm feeling. It was like a bunch of thorns when you told me you loved me. That's why I want to trust you. You know what's best for me. God. I say that, but in reality, I've never felt more uncertain when it comes to Sayori. I know that I love her and she loves me, but I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feeling as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing more or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. Is that what Sayori meant by not wanting anything to change? Well, I think I'll give it everything I've got. Sayori is the most important person to me. I'll do whatever it takes to have a happy future with her. This is getting rough, guys. Holy crap. It's the dance festival. Of all days, I expected this to be the where I'd be walking to school with Sayori. But Sayori isn't answering her phone. I consider going to her house to wake her up, but I decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should nearly be complete. The banner Yuri and I painted is dry, and I gently rolled it to take with me. She sent me a pleasant text reminding me not to forget anything, and I reassured her. Funnily enough, I should probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Yuri at the festival. Knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. John, you're the first one here. Thanks for being early. That's funny. I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she prepared that have all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. Think that on days this important she'd try a little harder. Say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday. I suddenly feel awful knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking, but maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. Guys, this lack of music thing is getting on my freaking nerves. Should take a little responsibility for her. What do I look like, her keeper? I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday, you kind of left her hanging this morning, you know? Exchange. You know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president after all. But I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayori tell her about it that quickly? That we're a couple now? Oh, God. I didn't really plan on bringing it up with anyone yet. Jeez, you don't know the full story at all, so don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. Monica's being friendly as usual, but for some reason I feel a chill down my spine after hearing that. Do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Monica, you suck. You just suck. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desks. Oh, yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Thought so too. Flip through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it almost professional feel. Kinda left her hanging nothing. Didn't give me any option to go get her. The game is freaking stupid sometimes. I recognized Natsuki and Yuri's poems from the ones they'd performed during our practice. It's this. It's different from the one she practiced. It's the one that I haven't read before. Get out of my head, 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 get out of my head. Um, Poem is never actually finished, it just looks like. Um, don't string it. Go screw yourself. Yes, I kind of figured it was by Sayori. What was I thinking? It's no big deal to at least wait for her to wake up. Even the simplest gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Told her yesterday that things will be the same as they've always been, so all she needs is what I want to give her. I don't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in. She's a really heavy sleeper. I swallowed. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house, that really is something that a boyfriend would do, isn't it? In any case, this feels right. Knock on her door. Sayori? Wake up, dummy. Yep. I've kind of figured this moment would come. Game/script chapter 5.reply. See traceback.txt for details. The hell? What the hell? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Until a few days ago. It's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing. I suppressed the urge to follow him. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I'd be there for her. I told her I know it's best and that everything will be okay. Then why'd she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Confessing to her. I should have confessed to her. That's not what Sayori needed at all. She told me how painful it is for others to care about her. Then why did I confess and make her feel even worse? Oh my god, why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, and remained friends with her like it always has been, then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club, screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I can do brings her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. I only had one chance and I wasn't careful enough. And now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers, but I still couldn't do what she needed from me. And now, I can never take it back. Never. 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 Oh, I've seen your text. I'm just trying to avoid watching chat. Because once again, I'm trying not to get any spoils. Oh my goodness, though. So was that the game? Little messed up. It's psychological horror. Psychological horror is a bit different from being a scary game. Yeah, you didn't say anything wrong. I'm just trying my best. There's more? I thought so. Okay. See an annoying girl running towards me. Girl is my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this. I almost feel better running home. I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let catch up to me. What? Excuse me? Ordinary school. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. I'm always walk to school alone. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that. Doki Doki Literature Club is now chilling. Um, what the hell? I just tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something. I have no motivation joining clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there'd be any girls in it anyway. School day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I packed my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There aren't really any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. Guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. John? That's a verified account. This is weird, guys. Over chat. Literally over chat. Doki Doki Literature Club just popped a blank message into the chat. Monica. Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league, so having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... Didn't we have this... Hold on. Didn't this text play out after Sayori brought me to the literature club? I'm pretty sure this was in episode 1 of the stream series. I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? Guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? About that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? It's changed. Okay, yep. Okay, I thought so, yep. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but argument. Yeah, this is blow for blow. This is what she was talking about. You know what? I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In any case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. Oh, literature club. That actually almost jump scared me that time. That actually almost got me that time. Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? There are only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. I can see that. It's not boring at all, you know. Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature too. She's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monica say she? Any chance are you still looking for a club to join? Keep your blood pressure down, you are going to have a heart attack. I mean, I guess so, but in that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please? Guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Awesome. Really sweet, John. You know that? Okay. It's nothing really. Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. Thus, today marks this day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. Where, oh where? Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. You guys caught that, didn't you? I'm back and I brought a guest with me. Girl 1. A guest? Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, John. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. So let me guess. You're Monica's boyfriend, right? What? Oh. Natsuki. Girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is the one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. This is Yuri, the vice president. Nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. It's nice to meet both of you. So I ran into John in the classroom, and he decided to come check out the club. See more than you. Ow. Wait, Monica! Didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know. Didn't forget that, but just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, John? The girls have a few desks arranged to form my table. Ooh. I mean, nothing is scary in this game because I've played it twice. Man, I am enjoying the crap out of this game. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. So, I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile, but it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow in this club before we graduate, right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find these two. Oh, yeah, I'm super lucky because, like, that's the thing. Halloween is coming up. And, I'm not going to spoil what I'm going to do, but there is going to be something crazy going on during Halloween week. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom. Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not insulted. Yuri looks away. I mean that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me. I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. What kinds of things do you like to read? Oh, manga. Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that could change. I say, he spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyways, what about you, Yuri? Let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. Real quick. There's something I gotta do. Grace back. VM runtime exception. Oh, jeez. I didn't break the thing, did I? Hold on. In a sec, I could probably fix it. Think. Actually, you know what? This would probably be a lot easier if I just delete her. She's the one who's making this difficult. Well, here goes nothing. Okay. Yeah. Okay. This actually is starting to make things make a lot more sense now. Okay. That being said. Okay. I just happened to think I didn't actually go through, check out what it said. Telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up. She finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But I like it a lot. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Do you know who that was? Just the concept that she's gone makes me think that Sayori has been deleted from the game now. And now that I'm playing the new file, she will not be showing up again. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Well, you see, that's what I think. Because when it started me over, and it tried to actually, yeah, see, correct, okay, I thought so. Because whenever it tried to show me Sayori, it glitched it. Doki Doki Literature Club has followed, though. Speaking of which, that's creepy, dude. Holy crap. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. Desperately grasped something I can relate to at a minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. I expect that from you, Yuri. Suits your personality. That's so. Really, if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Why is that? Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? See, it's so weird, like... Let me quickly think here. Apparently about 13 minutes ago, Doki _ literature _ club has followed. And it was weirdly right whenever it appeared in chat. You guys, this is weird. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud. Let me give that back. Fine, fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems? I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. You wouldn't like them. I'm very confident, right? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing with that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. Followed as soon as Sayori died. Yeah, exactly. That's what's weird to me. Is like... Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? You should share some of your work. You can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment. I just got an idea. How about this? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem and move around. The next time we meet, we'll share them with each other. That way everyone is even. I mean, I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monica. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. Did decide to take on the responsibility of vice principal after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, John? This is getting crazy. What's that? Well, that's my train of thought. All three girls stared back at me with dejected eyes. But, sorry, I thought... So I need to tell you the truth, John. The thing is, we don't have enough members to form an official club. We need 4. I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. I've got 2.1k silver. Ooh, not bad. I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. If we don't find one for the festival, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to clear head into the decision when it's like this? I'd feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. Besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. If writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls, right. I've decided. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, John? Yeah. It'd be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after all this, I'd be super pissed. I think I'm gonna target Natsuki if it starts letting me, like, actually write. Okay, I'll do everything I can to give you a great time. Okay. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone, I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. So, I've done Yuri's poems. Ron, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Oh my god. Go to Yuri. Oh, okay. So do I just keep on the path of Yuri then? Instead, I depart the club room and make way my home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 3 girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? Two texts from Doki. Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? Yes. Can you hear me? What was that? Fun. Misfortune. Existence. Grief. Misery. Broken. Unending. Promise. Horror. Alone. Embrace. Nightgown. Graveyard. Atone. Yeah, you see, I thought that might be Sayori saying, "Can you hear me?" But still. Explode. Sight. Doki Doki. Depression. And again, John, I'm glad to see you didn't run away on us. You don't know how much I want to right now. Don't worry, this might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, John. Her eyes just literally glitched. I saw that. Hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Natsuki literally just glitched to hell and back, so that's weird. Come on, like he deserves a new slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Monica, can you get your face out of the way of the test? Natsuki finds herself stood dark between, say, Monica and Manga. Watch her face. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Whoa! Now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read. Huh? I can't really say no. Like you said, it's club, so it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. But wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you really want to, I didn't forget I said anything. Yes. It's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I can be happy to pick up a book if you want me to. You sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president, then I should help you get started on something that you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. Glitching girls were a little creepy a moment ago. Yeah, it was, It's creepy. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she think I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. By the way, the room, like, kind of shifted sideways for a second. I didn't... Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for this club. I still can't get over that Doki Doki Literature Club followed me. It printed a blank text in chat. Like, if you go up through the chat, you can literally see where it says Doki Doki Literature Club. It's just that's an account. That doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit. At the same time, I feel bad from distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and her eyes beat for a split second. Then Doki sent me 2 messages. See, this is what I'm talking about. Something is crazy about this. That only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. Mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh. It's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, that's the book you gave me, right? I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason, just curious. How can you have 2 copies of the same book? I'll send them. Good idea, good idea. Let's see. When I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, blood continues to linger through my veins, and ache in my muscles stems from the unreleased tension experienced by my whole entire body. Her third eye is drawing me closer. Give me a second. I gotta check something real quick. Give me just a quick second here. Oh. Guys. Oh, shit. I'm gonna let you see something.
Save is supposed to fall, right?
So, let me quickly pull this up. Because over on Twitch, I got sent something too. I'm trying to find... here we go. Display capture. You know how is really clumsy? Well, she kind of messed up the whole hanging thing. You're supposed to jump from high enough that the rope snaps your neck, making it quick and painless, but she used a chair, meaning she kind of just left herself to slowly asphyxiate. Oh. Oh, shit. Guys. That's very literal. Oh. Oh, that's scary. It literally has sent me... You're seeing this, right? You know how... Okay, I'm just gonna say that this is probably referring to Sayori right here. You know how Sayori is really clumsy. Well, she kind of messed up the whole hanging thing. Okay, yep, I'm not reading it again. I'm not reading it again. But let's take note of this real quick here. Let's just take notes. Uh what? Hold up. Whenever I full screened it, it literally a few seconds in, she must have changed her mind or something because she started clawing at the rope, trying to free herself. She must have kept it at it all the way until she lost consciousness. That's why her fingertips were all bloody. Anyways. Oh my god. This is horrifying. So, okay. A automated Twitch bot, while I was playing this just now, Shiny, just that followed me. It printed a like blank message in chat a little while ago when a character died, and then it sent both me and Josh Yu different stuff in the messages of Twitch. Oh my god, this is crazy. This is so horrifying. Okay. Let me pull back into the game itself real quick here, and there we go. That's not what I meant. I mean, it just happened to buy two of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. Glad to hear. Fuck, I missed that. Oh, trust me. This game is going to be getting something crazy. This has never happened. I don't even understand what the world is going on. It's very engaging and relatable story. So, what's the story about anyway? Well, now look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison, and the people trapped there is it's basically be a little spirit there. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. Not the thing about the lambs. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Gary made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Oh my goodness, though. Yeah, dude, like, I don't know if I'm you missing it, but it would have been cool. Trust me, there's going to be a highlight reel of all this weird shit that's going on this. Like, for some reason. Read the history. History? Okay. But what happens if I go? Wait, what the sh... Oh, okay. This is just... Last page. Scroll down to the end. Then 2 lines at the top. And the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse, and they start to selectively breeding by cutting people, fixing them too. Oh yeah. Yep. Okay, yeah. I've read that in those lines a little bit ago. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, John? It's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy these kinds of stories, so don't worry. That's crazy. Anyways, thank you to Bye. I don't know how to say your name, sorry. But anyways, thanks you to say bye for coming on by the stream and following our progress. Hope so. Totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. Say bye, OB. Told you this is a psychological horror game. It's just this kind of story. It's the kind that challenges you look into life from a strange new perspective. When horror things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, because the text? You good? Then suddenly, I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again, sorry. You've lost interest or anything. Well, it's alright then. I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, my whole body gets incredibly... Kind of forgot to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange, and please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club, after all. This is more than a literature club. Randomized device by Say by Ol B. Okay. Now. Okay. Whenever you go out to the grocery store, make sure to pick up plenty of extra ostrich eggs. You're never going to be able to get home without rolling over those with your tires. Okay? Just make sure. Ostrich eggs. That's true. In fact, might as well get started reading it, alright. Oh! Yuri, Yuri, you feel okay? You're looking a little, you know what I mean? You're looking a little, bro. I mean, you don't have to, but what are you saying? Let me just get the book. Quickly retrieve the book that I had put into my bag. It's fine if I sit here, right? Slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. You sure? Seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. Just something I'm not used to. That is reading in company with someone. To be honest, I need more advice, but I only have 100 points. I'm giving half an advice to help out the poor. Also, I'll give you a little bit more, just because I feel like it would be fun. And whatever you do, just whatever you do, okay, you got to make sure, along with those ostrich eggs, you gotta get hot sauce. That way, if a policeman pulls you over, squirt him in the eye with it. Then you'll get out of the ticket. Yeah. Reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. Try it today, thank you. I realized that she's actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry, I was just bathing the feeling. What the frick? Hold up, history. Okay. Well, you see, no, throwing hot sauce at someone isn't murder. You really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk up until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of us. Ah, I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. They mean running over the ostrich eggs. I mean, by that, if you go and crack a chicken egg into a frying pan this morning, then that would be murder too. So, I mean, you're murdering 3 chickens if you crack an egg into a skillet. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. But I'm a vegan. I would never. Very good. Very good thing to be, honestly. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. Guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. Ah, I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. Not actually vegan, I just said that to win the argument. Checkmate. That would win you the argument, though, so you're doing pretty good. Was that there the whole time? That could just mean that it's literally supposed to be papers. Anyways, but in holding it like this, we are huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Oh, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. Ah, that's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. Continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Said I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Yuri, your face looks interesting. No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says and all that. Uh-huh. That's what you were talking about. Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't get that far yet. Don't know why that came into my head. You feeling alright? Yuri's been a little fidgety since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... Breathing? To feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. Just need some water. I don't remember this in the original go-through. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What was that about? John? Something happened just now? No idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything? Sorry, I can't say I do. You worried about her? Oh no, not really. Just made you fear that you didn't do anything to her. Monica, do you just want me to kick you in the... Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Okay. But, Monica, you can screw yourself for thinking I would do anything to Yuri. Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? She might be a little while, so I figured we'd just get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. Make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. Natsuki first. Told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair that I shared mine with her first. Okay. What the hell was that? What in the actual hell was that? Her eyes just kind of did this thing. John, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home. Jerk! What, you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Natsuki, you could just... Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Which character did you go for? I went for Yuri's line. Painful to think about. Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I'd tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. To each their own, I guess. Anyway, guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you, you'll probably think it's stupid. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Yeah, it's adorable. It's an adorable poem by a jerkwad. Look, told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Let's be honest. Why are you so convinced I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated stuff. Scared yet, babe? Not really. It's more disturbing, to be honest. You know, it's not really scary as a game. People don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard, like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. It's a little creepy. I will give this game that it's creepy more than anything. Yeah, I understand, but the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. Helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. Guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. Glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Guess not. Decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. I actually super want to take it away from her. Okay. Monica. Hi, John. Having a good time so far? I mean, with this game I am. Not so much with, seen worse. I played COD BOZ, so I'm not scared by this, really. Oh, yeah. I mean, other than Natsuki's eyeballs kind of doing the thing where they popped out for a second and then went back in, it was pretty cool. By the way, since you're new here and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring up things, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, John. We're all a little embarrassed today now. At least that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. That's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, John. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. Not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. Guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri liked this kind of style of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is totally detached from reality. Don't mean that like it's a bad thing, though. Sometimes I get the impression that she's totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. That's why she gets so happy when you treat her with lots of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so I don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Like earlier, I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. I seriously don't remember this part of the conversation either. Suddenly the door opens. Yuri! I'm back. Did I miss anything? Does Natsuki's eyeballs popping out count? We all started sharing our poems with each other. Already? Sorry for being late. I need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more than glad that you took all the time we need. Alright, thanks, Monica. I suppose I should get my poem now. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. I sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way. Let's read it then. Hole in Wall. I've actually read Hole in Wall already, so I'm going to go ahead and not do my narrator voice. It's very free form, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style is getting pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. Guess you could say that it had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. Kinda nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated, you don't have a specific point, blah 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 blah. Sure. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. This game gets very metatextual. Who should I show my poem to next? Yuri. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but ends up covering her whole face. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a deep breath. Woo! So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicated you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? That's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. No, no, it is not. Not in this game, it is. Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Woo. Okay, this is the reason I was able to tell. Just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is they try to make their style very deliberate. They tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. Mason Edward Soda, thank you for coming on by and chilling out. How you doing? Let's give that man a round of applause. Alright, once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor has totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There's so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might just take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. Not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Holy crap. Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Okay, so Ghost Under the Light again. So, this is the second time through. I'm not gonna read it. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking about that at all. It took you a long time to read. I just don't read script very often. Think your handwriting's pretty. Thanks, I believe. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. Wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, this story isn't about a ghost at all, John. Must have totally missed the point. Suppose you did only glance over it after all, but remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experience in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. It's impressive. It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so if anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. Think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this. But in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, John. Oh, me too. Yeah, guess that's everyone. That was a little more stressful than I... Seems like it's playing sourness here and there. You guys notice that it's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. I sigh. Guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monica is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's brows furrow in frustration. Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Huh? Did you say something? It's nothing. Guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute! You completely miss the symbolism or something. Music will change when something is going to happen. It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? You know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I'm trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice? Shut up! Well, I do have a couple suggestions. I was looking for such a student, so I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monica liked it, and John did too. Based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. Holy crap. He even told me he was impressed by it. Oh, didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that John appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do over cutesy. Do you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically sizes bigger as soon as John started showing up. This doesn't involve you taking out your own securities on others like that. But if I just let this go? What if I just let this go? Oh my. Doesn't work like that. Okay. You really act as young as you look, Natsuki. Me, look who's talking, you want to be edgy. Edgy! Sorry about that. My lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend. See? Just like saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves as they graduate middle school. If you want to prove anything, stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. Think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try. Well, be careful or you might cut yourself on the edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad, you already do, don't you? Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What's wrong with your head? Go on, let John hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this. What the hell? John, she's just trying to make me look bad. It's not true. She started it. Yuri. Natsuki. Yuri? That's Natsuki? Yuri? Back up, ladies. Come on now. Come on. Monica. Monica, apparently. I am very confused now. Monica. Hey, John. Why don't we step outside for a little bit, okay? Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay outside out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? Can't even confront my own club members properly. Which I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes. But I have never had it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, this makes you want to spend less time with the others, and that's fine. She didn't cover the text this time. That was kind of different. It's weird though because, well, the only reason she didn't though is because all the text appeared like here in the left side of the thing, which was kind of weird in of its own. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. Suddenly Natsuki runs out of the classroom. She quickly runs away. Looks like they're done. Didn't mean it. Didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri is rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri? Didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki, or did. Please don't hate me. Please. I don't like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow, completely. Anyway, the meeting's over, so you can go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something. She keeps glancing at Monica. You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. President, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. I'm vice president, so please let me take responsibility today. You don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. Just heading in the chance to discuss my book with John and just be embarrassing with you. Yes, I don't really have a choice, do I? um, pardon? I had to touch it, didn't I? I legit had to touch it. I had to touch it. Damn it. At this point, I'm going to type what I feel right now. Me, as in me. I'm gonna type what I feel right now. So right now, um, what in shit? What? I'm so. Uh, None of these fix it. I'm just gonna put this. Another day passes. It's time for the club meeting already. Okay. Gotten a little bit more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Welcome back, John. Hi, Yuri. Not sure if it's just me or if it's Yuri's expression. The weight of yesterday's quarrel still hangs in the air a little. Glances over her shoulder, looking around the room. Natsuki is reading manga at a desk, and surprisingly, Monica isn't here yet. Suddenly, Yuri takes my arm and pulls me to the corner of the room. About yesterday. I really need to apologize. Nothing like that has ever happened before. Something just came over me, I guess. I wasn't acting mentally sound. Please don't think we're usually like this. Not just me, but Natsuki as well. Yuri, I'm happy that you were considerate and apologize. You don't have to worry about it too much. Even though I've only been here a couple days, I could tell something was off yesterday. Maybe we're just a little extra sensitive because it was first time sharing poems. But whatever it was, it didn't make me think any less of you. Pie Moon. I've already decided that there's no way you can be a bad person. Now that you're apologizing, I know you really didn't mean it. Ah, Sean, don't say those kind of things so frankly. You make me a little too happy. I'm really glad you're such an understanding person. I'm really glad that you joined this club. Everything is a little bit brighter with you around and, sorry, what am I saying right now? You guys seen Monica? No. I was also kind of wondering where she was. And Yuri, I guess you haven't either. No, I haven't. Geez, this isn't like her at all. No, it's stupid, but I can't help but worry a little. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Natsuki about yesterday, I just wanted to apologize. Promise I didn't mean any of things I said. I'll do my best to stay under control from now on. So, Yuri, what the heck are you talking about? Did you do something yesterday? Nat, you okay? Reserve your mind, I'm sure it's nothing. I don't even remember anything bad happening. You're the kind of person who worries too much about the little things, aren't you? Okay. Okay. Um, helps you feel better about it. Besides, it's kind of nice to hear since I was always afraid you secretly hated me or something like that. No, not at all. I don't hate you. Well, you're kind of weird, but I don't hate you either. Natsuki turns to me. You're still on trial, though. Huh. Shut up. Sorry, I'm super sorry. There you are. Didn't mean to be late. Hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monica. Something is way off about Monica. Like, ever since this second run began. No, it's not. What took you so long anyway? Well, my last period was study hall. To be honest, I just kind of lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring, at least. She's the most normal and sane of them all. I don't know. Like, something's different. That's what kind of gets me, though, is that she's the most normal and sane of all of them. That's exactly the problem, is it feels like she's the thing out of place, you know what I mean? Piano? I wasn't aware you played musical as well. Yes, Sayori is already... Don't give me more credit than I deserve. Guess I've been practicing for a while, but I'm still not really good yet. Who? That must require a lot of dedication, so I'm still impressed. Oh, thanks, Yuri. You should play sometime for us. That's... Monica looks at me. I'm working on writing some, but it's not quite done yet. Maybe once I get a little better. Sounds cool. Look forward to it. Sounds so. In that case... See, I'm suspicious. That's what I am. Monica smiles sweetly. Didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Yeah, I got Doki Doki Plus. I figured since I'm doing the game, I might as well go fully, like, all out, you know? Don't worry, I was hoping that I could share it with you anyway. Guess that's why I've been practicing so much recently. I see. Not sure if Monica was referring to the whole club or just me. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. I chose not to bring up any thing that the three of us just talked about. Besides, Natsuki has already run off into the closet. John, since your compliments put me in a good mood, I was wondering if you'd like to spend some time together today. I mean, in the club. Yeah, definitely. Planned on it, anyway. Okay. Can we start now? Let's find a place to sit. I'm a little forceful, aren't I? I'm sorry. My heart just won't stop pounding for some reason. Don't worry about it. If anything, it's nice that you have so much energy. Yeah, but need to try to calm down. Speaking of calming down, holy crap. So, I hate to end things off here, but there is a secondary stream to be done tonight. Guys, holy crap, what in the world is going on in this game? Like, I have been having a crazy good time with this thing so far, and this just got so much more freaking interesting. So, with that being said, I do have a quick announcement before I head off the stream tonight. Ladies and gents, I am free until the Tuesday after this coming one. So I am going to have a 10-day break from work. Next episode of Doki Doki Literature Club will be soon. I'd like to schedule it, but the thing is, I got a lot of stuff to do now, so I got 10 days free, and I'll be streaming a lot of this very shortly. If you guys have not yet, I'm going to go back to posting about what I'm about to stream over on Discord on the JPH fan Discord. If you haven't actually seen it, there's a way to get to it. So either way, if you haven't yet, go join it. I will be making announcements there again finally. Good news. Ooh. Yeah. Text me and hit me up and tell me some good news then, unless you want to tell me here or whatever you got going on. Got some good news. Ooh. Anyways, ladies and gents, I gotta get on jumping. My name has been John. This has been probably the freakiest stream I've ever done, and I have played myself once again. Thank you to St. Edward Soda, Say Bye, Old B, Haas 003212, and Doki Doki Literature Club for the follow. This is weird and horrifying, but either way, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace now.